So the Yankees have actually set a timeline for Yoshinobu Yamamoto, their own timeline. What do you think about that? Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. The Yankees have set a timeline for the pursuit of Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And to me, I like it. I like it. Why? Well, and it sounds like the timeline is shorter than the 45 days that are allocated within the baseball posting system for Japanese players. So, and again, this I think is a good idea because if they wait on Yamamoto, there are other pitchers who can fall off the board. If they get offers they can't refuse, then they're missing out altogether. They still, not as much as they need bats, but they still need another pitcher. I think a starter and a reliever. So, and yes, Yamamoto would be fantastic to get, but again, they can't revolve all the dice around him. Just can't do it. I know he's younger, okay? I know he's a very high player, but there are other pitchers they can get here who can be good for them as well, behind Garrett Cole and hopefully behind Carlos Rodon too. So, and this is key. This is absolutely critical, and it's a 45-day period. And how it's going to lay out is Yamamoto and his agent are setting up phone calls first. His agent's going to be on the phone a lot this coming week, right? And then they're going to be doing Zoom calls to kind of narrow down the picks with who is going to be essentially the finalists for Yamamoto services, right? And then right after the winter meetings, he's going to be coming to America to visit directly, personally, with these teams. So the teams have the steps they need to take to prepare their full court pursuit, if you will. And the Yankees are one of them. And hopefully they're there at the end as well. So, but I like the fact that they're showing this initiative. Maybe people might not agree with me. That's totally fine. But they're showing an initiative. And this is something that they've done before, haven't done before, really. They've been caught twiddling their thumbs, missing out on so many opportunities while waiting for one player, waiting for this guy, trying to wait out the market, blah, blah, blah. I think the sense of urgency is pretty evident in Hal's actions here, and maybe Cashman's actions too, but more specifically Hal's actions. And I like the timeline. Now, I don't know. I can't confirm the actual days of the timeline. I don't think they're going to report that because that puts them at a disadvantage in terms of leverage. But this, to me, said if they decide to pull out or decide that they're not one of the contenders or finalists for Yamamoto, they can pivot quickly to another starter, whether it be Montgomery, whether it be someone else, or trade for a starter and kind of set their sights elsewhere while they're working on adding bats to the lineup too. The Soto thing is a little bit different because he has not said himself asked to be traded. He has not himself asked to be traded. So, but it's kind of well known that they're quietly discussing his availability in teams and so on and so forth. So, and that's a little bit different than Yamamoto, who's coming as a highly touted free agent, who's officially been posted now, and let the bidding war begin. Okay, trade is a little bit different, but more stuff like this is going to come out. So if you're somehow not subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Okay, I'll make sure you're at the front of the line when the news comes in, the content comes in. So when you hit the subscribe button, I ask that they hit the notification bell too. That way you're all set and good to go. I thank you so much for that. But the Yankees have officially set their own timeline, which sounds like it's different than the 45-day timeline, which ends January 4th, by the way, at 5 p.m. Eastern. Yamamoto has to have an agreement by then with a team. Otherwise, he has to go back to Japan and cannot be posted again for another year. That's the rule. Those are the rules. So let me know what you think of this one. This is interesting. And again, are you happy that the Yankees have created a timeline? I am. I like the proactive approach they're taking here. And maybe, not wanting to get caught again twiddling their thumbs and, behind the curve. So, which leads me to believe that it sounds as if they're going to make some, more moves than people think this offseason, or better moves than people think this offseason. So, I that's encouraging to me. Now, obviously, we'll see when we believe. We'll believe it when we see it. Backwards today, but this to me is a good sign. It really, really is. And again, like I said before, I don't care what they say. I care what they do. And this is action speaking louder than words. After setting a timeline, okay? And this is a good thing. And I'm going to attach the article down below too, because this is an article about it, I'll attach it. You read it. Let me know what you think. Load up the comments with your feedback and your opinions. And we'll talk about it next time we go live as well, which will be in a couple days. But that's the news right now. And if you're happy about it, let me know. If you're unhappy about it, also let me know. Let's have a dialogue about it. And by the way, if any of you are football fans and you haven't subscribed to my football channel, please do. Empire State Tripod's the name of it. I'll link the channel down below too. I just did my weekly picks and previews, and I do it every week. So for those that like to gamble on football and bet on football, you'll have all the info you need, the over-unders and everything else too. So I thank you for that too. So football fans and baseball fans, great families, great communities. But that's the Yamamoto news as it pertains to the Yankees right now. If anything else that comes out, you'll get it. Talk to you next time.